private, let's see ya.
Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther the Third, and man, oh man, Ringside crew, can't believe 5 years of Dudes at Ringside podcast. It's amazing to think that 5 years have gone by with this podcast. It's just crazy to so much wrestling and so many people have come through the doors. And I have a woman that was on Dudes at Ringside before, and she was shocked when we were discussing having her come back. We were working on the dates and times, but she's coming back to wrestling, and we were her Dudes at Ringside was her very first podcast she ever went on. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside return to Sammi Panora. Welcome back, Sammi. Welcome back.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much for having me again.
Yes, it's an honor because last time you were just about to leave Pennsylvania. Right? Well, you were about to leave PA to go to Florida, or was that like around the time, right?
I think we were already there because I remember doing a podcast like a month after we had moved. I think like January or something, maybe sooner. But I remember being in my new apartment and doing a podcast with you. So I think it was like right after we went to Florida.
Oh wow! So now you're in Florida. Do you find now you're getting back into it? You said you were just at training today? Does it hit you differently now that you're back in the ring with all that action again?
Oh, I mean, in the sense of it hurts. it hurts again. My body forgot. My body really forgot the feel of the mat, the rush you get when you get out to the crowd. It feels great though. Like it's hard to describe that feeling, but once you're done, doing a match or just finishing training, it feels natural again. It's just getting through, the bumps, the running the ropes, the cardio, and trying to push your body to that place that you haven't been to in 5-6 years. That is like just an uphill battle, but I feel like I'm doing great with it so far. And I'm looking forward to maybe doing things that I didn't get to do my first time around.
So now, do you think you've changed? Like, Marvel has like different ways a character has looked over years. Do you think you've changed your Sammi Panora like look over time, or have you kept the way you've moved in the ring? And I noticed your outfits have changed over time.
Yes.
Do you think you've changed your persona or like moveset over time?
I definitely added things as we're going to training these last couple months. I have definitely added more to what I do. The first time around, there was just things I wasn't confident with myself. I wasn't confident who I was. I am excited for this time around because I'm so much more confident in who I am. I was like 18, 19 when I first started. I was still a kid. I had no idea what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be. So now that I'm in my 30s, I've done the first round. I'm a mom. I've gotten to learn so many things, have life experiences. I'm still the same me, but I am just evolved from the same me. Like I still have the same principles. I still have the same attitude about me. It's just changed a little bit because I've had to evolve with what life has given me. So like wrestling still is like such a passion for me. I think I'm a little bit smarter about some of the things I want to do this time around. I just don't want to, hurt myself. I have two babies I got to come home to, every night. So I am a little bit smarter about how I'm going about it this time around compared to the last time.
Like also your husband's in the business also.
Yes.
has that like has he given you any tips and tricks since like he's in the business and you're in the business? Do you teach each other things that most like if you knew something he doesn't know and you know something he doesn't know?
Oh yeah. So even for the entire time that we have ever been together, we have always just bounced ideas off of each other. There are just times where he is constantly trying to formulate ideas. He has to think of things just for his own matches, for the Hawk matches, storyline. So the brain's always working for him. So sometimes like he'll come to me and maybe ask me a few things and we try to like work it out together because sometimes just hearing somebody else's opinion on something might finally click that light bulb for you. And I do the same anytime I have an idea. Any idea I have at all with wrestling, whether it be a new move, a comeback I want to try, he's usually the first person I run it by. I'm like, what does this sound like to you? Does this make sense, or is it playing too much in my head? So we have always just bounced ideas off of each other because I think it does help. It does help having that second person. So, and the fact that we are married and have been together like for so long now, it's nice having that person in the same room with you when you have that idea and you can be like, stop what you're doing. I need to tell you this right now. You know, like that's very helpful, especially with wrestling.
Yeah. So when it comes to like traveling for like wrestling shows, I know like a family, you and your husband travel for wrestling shows. Do you guys have any fun stories from traveling to shows?
Um, I mean, now when we travel, we'll have the kids with us. Like I haven't like actually traveled far in years. But when Kaylee, our first, was born, she was only a couple months old when we first took our big trip up to Georgia. He had a show. And that was just an experience altogether, having like a newborn and you're going to a show that's, I think that's like 5, 6 hours away. And you had to deal with this whole new like life experience. So we're just going to the show trying to deal with, you know, a baby who either sleeps the whole way, cries the whole way, but then we're also in the bathroom. So we're like, wrestlers are like coming into our bathroom so like they can talk match stuff together because like we couldn't really go out because the baby she was still so young and she was really like she needed a lot at the time. So like that was just so funny to me. We're in this tiny bathroom with our child and like we have like 5, 6, 7 wrestlers coming in because they all just one want to see us because it's been a while, but also just like talk about the matches, uh, get ready for the show, and as they're like passing the baby around to everyone, which is so it's so crazy to me to see and how great the wrestling world and community is that like just because you have a kid it just goes to show like it doesn't have to put a stop to anything. I mean it put a stop to me obviously for a couple months because I had to recover, but it's still just everyone is always there to kind of help you and like whatever you need they're just always there. And so I think that was such like a nice story, especially after that whole drive. You're exhausted. Now you get to put on a show and you just have all these wrestlers who are there willing to help you.
Yeah, that I totally get that. That's crazy. That like it's so awesome and like it's a family atmosphere for you guys because you're in the business, your husband's in the business. Do you ever have a vision of like your kids ever becoming like wrestlers like you guys? Have they said anything to you guys about that yet? I know they're probably pretty young to be the one to do that yet, but you know.
Yeah. Um, so we do get asked that a lot, just because everyone who knows us, they do ask, you know, is Kaylee or Taylor going to get into it? And we always say, like, if they do, that's great. We're not going to push it on them. We're not going to be like, this is what you have to do. You have to, you know, keep this in the family. We have to have our big generation of things. If it's something that they want to do, we're going to 100% support them. Uh, as of right now, they just love going to the shows. They love running the ropes because they do get in there. They love taking the little bumps and running and just playing. So I can see them wanting to try it. I as in their like young stage right now. But we always say again, like when they get older, if it's something they don't want to do, that's completely fine. We both know how hard the wrestling business is. It has its ups and downs. Um, you deal with a lot of drama. You have the best moments of your life and you have the worst moments of your life with wrestling. And uh, if my kid wants to experience that, absolutely. If they don't, I would not blame them one for 1 second.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a family, like you guys have your own version of like the family tree with wrestling.
Hmm.
Um, do you train with your husband, or is there a separate school that you found?
No, I absolutely train with my husband. And this isn't just me being a bias or anything like that. He is the number one wrestler I trust the most in the world. So no matter what, knowing I wanted to get back into the business, he was always going to be the one to train me. He was always going to be the one that was going to help me get my cardio back up, relearn all my move sets again, help me think of new creative things, and even his students. I just trust him so much, so I just trust his students to that same level. So getting into the ring with them and even them helping me get ready was it was just easy. It was just easy working with all of them. So I'm very thankful to have him because it made my comeback, I think, not as stressful as it could have been. Like I stress, I do stress a lot, especially when it comes to wrestling. I want everything to like be perfect. So having him behind me the entire way was just what I needed, you know.
Awesome. So, Sammy, have you had your first match back yet, or are you still in the process of training for it?
Yeah. So in it was November.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No, was it never November? Wait. It might have been December. I think it was December. Um, they had the House of Champions Legacy show, which is, I guess you could say, it's like the equivalent of their WrestleMania. So it's their big show of the year. So that was my first match back, which I felt like so appreciative. Like this is your guys' big show, and you're letting me be a part of it as my first match back, and putting that trust in me to uh, hopefully put on a good show. And we were even first match, which I loved because if I had to wait 3 hours to go out, I don't know if I would have made it. My energy and my anxiety was just so high, and it was it was great. I wish I could describe it. I just remember being almost to the point I thought I was going to get sick everywhere. I was like, I can't go out this curtain. I was like, it's been too long. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. But then the second that like my music hit and I went out, it's all like everything just went away. Like all of those motions, everything went away, and it was just like this like peaceful bliss I had when I got to walk out.
So, my favorite question to ask now, um, what is on your Spotify playlist?
So I'm
Oh,
sorry,
I can't.
continue.
Oh, wait, let me say it again. I didn't hear what you said. I said, what's on your?
Oh, what did you say?
I said, sorry. What's on your Spotify playlist?
Oh my god. At the time, it was K-pop Demon Hunters. I have been listening to them for months now. I am just when it comes to my music, it is up and down. Like I will listen to K-pop Demon Hunters. I will then listen to something like 3 Days Grace, and then maybe I'll just jump into Britney Spears. It just it always depends on my mood of the day and what I'm feeling. So it's anything for that. That day though, I needed to relax actually a lot. So I actually turned on a meditation video and I just
Mm,
sat on the floor and listened to that for like 20 minutes and just try to center myself because usually I do need some music for like motivation to get me hyped and stuff, but at that time I didn't want to get too hyped. I wanted to calm down and just be like kind of at one with myself. So I was on the floor. I think it was even photos of my phone against my head listening to this meditation tape and just trying to zone out so I can get ready.
mm, awesome. Like with you being a wrestler, I know there's parts of you that you want to have this much food, and is there like a certain regiment that you have to stay on to be like in like ready to be in a match shape? Because I know like there's certain people that only eat certain foods the week of a show. Like is there everybody has their own regiment they try to keep throughout the whole year for like a wrestling schedule?
Yeah. Um, for me, it was just watching, yeah, what I was eating like the week before. I am always just worried. I'm always worried about getting sick. I think most wrestlers or most people would be like getting in the ring and not feeling well. So me going into like the last couple weeks of getting ready, it was watching everything. I didn't want to eat too much like sauce on something in case it irritated my stomach. I didn't want to eat too many carbs. I mean, carbs are great for you, but I can overload. I can definitely overload. So I had to watch those because I've been working so hard. I had just gotten gear made, and I was like, well, I got to make sure I can fit into it. So that would be a normal regimen. I just track my macros half the time leading up to it. It's just, yeah, the week prior, I really just watch like what I'm eating. I don't want to eat anything that's just going to mess up my stomach whatsoever. And even the day or two before, that's when it really kicks in where I'm like, I'm just going to eat the bare minimum that's going to get me by. It's just something that helps me. So it could be just eating protein shakes and eating some protein, but making sure I'm just not eating too many like heavy acidic sauces that it's going to ruin my stomach. Because as I got older, I realized like I had a lot of foods I should not be eating. It was irritating me, and it just took this long to figure that out. And that I think that's what helped me get even into a better wrestling shape and wrestling cardio than the first time around because I didn't know any of that. I was just eating whatever I wanted that first time around. But this time around, I feel just a lot smarter, and I've gotten to know my body a lot more to put in what it needs so I don't get sick, when I'm wrestling.
Yeah, that's the crazy part because I've heard so many like horror stories. Like the wrestlers when they go on the road, they've said I've had wrestlers tell me on the show like they have to pack their meals because the road I know you probably would agree, all the food on the road is trash. Like there's no like salad bars on the road. They don't have any like mom and pop salad bars anymore. Like it's either McDonald's, Burger King, or like Panera, but Panera could be bad too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I've seen wrestlers who do that too, and I think that's a smart idea because at the most you're gonna find is like here's how you can eat healthy at like Burger King or McDonald's, but we all know it's not really that healthy. You're just taking the bun off something and eating a burger patty, and who
yeah.
even knows where that burger patty came from. So it is tough. Especially for I can only imagine people who have to fly by plane everywhere too, because they have to bring all of that with them onto the plane. Also, it's probably smart. I mean, if they really want to be like careful, about what they're eating, what they're taking into their bodies, it's especially smart. And you already bought all the food, so you can save a little money on the road, I guess. I do appreciate people who do that. I don't think we've ever done anything like that. If we had a short trip, we might pack a meal or two. We never had to pack like, a week's worth or anything like that.
Yeah, big cooler in the back seat. The kids are holding the cooler. Mom, the cooler's falling on my sister. Push it
Yeah,
over.
right. Had to buy 2 other plane tickets just for all the meals.
It's just like you have the kids on one by the one in the window, the one and the ones in the aisle. There's the cooler in between them. They're holding it so it doesn't fall over in the middle of the plane.
Yeah,
So
plane's gonna go everywhere because I have all the food on it. It's weighing us
people are like
down.
extra snacks. No, it's our food for the trip.
Hmm.
Do you talk about your gear? Like who made your gear, your current gear?
What was her name? I think her name was Ava Bratz. I have her stuff saved. I actually had two sets of gear made. One was by Manuel. I think his last name is Quarez. And he used to make my gear for years. That's how like I trusted him to like. At first, I wanted to make sure he still made gear, and he made my first set, which is a black set, which I haven't debuted yet. That might be at my next show I do. And then last minute, I just really wanted a white gear. I really wanted like a nice white set to go for my first match back. And I think her name. Hold on, I'm gonna look her up real quick because I want her to get the credit that
Don't
she
worry,
deserves.
fans. It's come. She's gonna. And hey, Vinny, welcome. My number one fan is in the chat, Vinny.
Oh, hi, Vinny. Thank you for joining.
Vinny's been with us. This year is his 1-year anniversary of being a fan of Dudes at Ringside.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad, it's on this night. It's Ava Braz Sportsman Designs. I just really want to make sure
a wrestler. The name Ava. I've heard the name Ava before, so I don't know if it's the same person.
And she came through because when I decided this, there was only like maybe 2 weeks left before the show. And I was very much like, if you can't do it, it's 100% okay. I get this is last minute, like, and it is for gear makers. That's last minute. And she was like, no, let me see what I can do. And when I say she actually got it done within 3 days, 3 or 4 days, and I was about to pay her extra shipping just to make sure it got to me in time. And I didn't realize she lived like 15 minutes away from me. So I was like, well, even better, I'll come pick it up. And I give amazing props to her because it was fantastic gear. Everybody loved it. It fit like beautifully, and I can't wait to wear it again. And again, if I could put anyone over, it's her for doing that for me last minute. Like that was very last minute.
Awesome. Do you have any upcoming shows, Sammy?
Just the next House of Champions show, which is actually this upcoming Thursday.
Ooh,
Uh, I'm excited for it. I'm enjoying working with the House of Champions. Not just because my husband works there and my friends run it. It's just been fantastic to watch it grow because I was there. I was with them, not with them, but there when they got this place and they started filling it and they started making it their own. And I watched some of these kids who came in for their very first training class and now they're greenlit and they're wrestling. So I've just been loving the experience and watching it grow and working with these students who are just so hungry. Like I can't imagine where some of these kids are going to be in the next couple of years, like signed or just traveling the world. And they are just all just so hungry. And I've never seen like so much passion, and that like helps fuel me. So have I'm going to be working there for the next couple months, which is completely fine with me. Like I love getting to just to go there and um, experience it with everybody else. And again, like watching it grow from day one to I think we're in like year 3 now. And just to
wow.
see where it's going to go this year, I'm so excited. And again, I love working all of them. I can't wait to work every person there. Like they are just all so talented.
Have you had any of the young kids that you're training with come up to you and ask you for advice? Because I know you've been in the business for like a long time for them.
Yeah, and absolutely. And it's it's an honor to be asked at all because I know probably us as wrestlers, some of us who have been doing it for a long time, anyone coming to us for advice about anything, it feels great because I'm always just like, well, who's me? Who am I? Like, why are you coming to me? Like I'm a nobody, and they're just like, well, no, we know who you are, and to me, like that means so much, especially if I could pass on some things like I learned along the way and the mistakes that I've made or the things that I've learned, like any advice I can give to them that hopefully they can take it hopefully they can take it better than maybe what we did when we were like kids and younger and we're just like, no, we know it all, we don't need any advice. So I hope they learn better than some of us did,
Yeah.
and just kind of take what they can, of course. And even if some don't, like it's always a learning experience. Like wrestling is a learning experience, like inside and outside the ring. But they all like really take it, and they're all like listening and appreciative of everyone who comes in and any advice anyone has to give. So I think this is just going to be a different batch.
So, is there anywhere our fans could pick up like 8x10s, any stickers, anything, any merch yet, Sammy?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, not yet. I'm actually just getting all my new photo shoots done. I have like new shirts in the works. I still had some of my old ones. Surprisingly, after 5, 6 years, I still had some old photos sitting around. But I mean, maybe they can find those when I'm at the shows. But we do have new stuff in the works that I'm more kind of excited for because again, uh, I am just more appreciative of who I am as a person now. So I'm excited to like do the 8x10s and how I feel about myself and the wrestling shirts I'm getting created. And so they'll be at the House of Champions. I don't know if this Thursday one, but by next month I'm gonna have like a whole bunch of new stuff that I'll start like promoting.
Awesome. So my last question for you, Sammy, is if you could write a letter to a younger Sammy Pandora, what would it say in that letter?
It would say to keep going. That I know it's really really tough right now, and it's not going to get any easier, but it's all worth it. Uh, that the getting older and like living this experience has just shaped me into a different person that I was when I was 18, 19. And there are so many times I wish I can go back and tell her to be nicer to herself. I wasn't I wasn't really nice to myself when I was, younger. And it took a lot of life experience to appreciate everything I've been through and just what life has given me. So I would definitely tell her just to keep going because it's worth it. And like life is literally bringing you everything you ever wanted, but you just have to wait a little bit longer.
Awesome. Sammi, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. And I'm absolutely honored to be the podcast you come back on for your return back to the ring. And I want to wish you nothing but but you and your husband, nothing but the best of luck on your journey in 2026 and beyond. And definitely tell your husband if he wants to come on the podcast, hit me up on Instagram on Dudes at Ringside podcast. If you want to follow, definitely Sammi, how can they follow you on social media?
So thankfully, I'm still pretty easy to find. Everything is Sammi Pandora on the Sammi Pandora on Instagram, Sammi Pandora on Facebook. I have a TikTok, but I love books, so my TikTok is all about me just talking about the books I like. So if you're kind of into that, you can go look for it. I'm Sammi Pandora over there as well. And I think that's all of the social media off the top of my head, unless they made more that I'm not aware of.
Oh boy. Again, thank you so much, Sammi. I am Joe Panther the Third. Your turn.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And I am Sammi Pandora the
And
first.
we will catch you in the next one.